Thanks for joining me. My name is Sarah Flynn, and I am presenting the Block of the Month 2022 for the Portland Modern Quilt Guild. It's called Mod Circle Gets a Square. We have some really exciting ways for people to join in and play along. So this is my PowerPoint. I'm really excited to share it with you. Thanks for being here. Okay, next slide. Boop. All right. Inclusive, group project, and modern. Our plan is to divide the work and share the experience by inviting members of the guild to design a block. Don't get overwhelmed by that. It's going to be really accessible. The blocks are going to be approachable for beginners, but there's some creative options for advanced quilters so that advanced quilters also can have fun and make something really cool at the end. It's going to be 9 months long, not 12 months long. We have a lot of things planned for our guild in 2022. And so this is going to be something we can do for just 9 months and have it finished and then do other projects. So I'm pretty excited. Okay, next slide. Curves and squares. So our focus for the block of the month in 2022 is going to be curves and squares. So we're mashing curves and squares in different ways and coming up with a bunch of different design layouts. Each block is 18 by 18-inch finished. We have multiple guild designers to be featured. So far, we have, I believe, 5 designers that are creating blocks. We would like to have some more. If you're interested, I'm going to talk about that more in the next slide. It's all curves and squares. The challenge for this block of the month is to create your own design layout. So do the blocks, do one block, do 4 of 1 block, do all of the blocks, only do 2 blocks, whichever ones you like. And then at the end, mash them up into your own vision and create your own quilt. That's the challenge. So it's a suggested size, finish size of 72 by 72. It runs January through August. How to join the design team? Who wants to design a pattern? So fun, right? All right, I know this is coming up. If you can, come to the BOM Design Zoom meetup on December 12th from 6 to 7 p.m. There's going to be a link in the members only section on the Portland Modern Quilt Guild page. It's going to be me and a few other people talking about designing. I'm going to talk about what is technical writing. And technical writing is when you design a layout of a quilt or a block or a pattern. Basically, you draw it or sketch it up, and then somebody else takes it and writes the actual instructions for the pattern, which is me and Jenny McKee, who is really good at writing. So somebody else is going to be doing the pattern writing for it. That way, if one person is more centralized, all the blocks will fit together a little bit more easily, if that makes sense. And it streamlines the whole process. So if you want to learn how to design a block, come to the BOM Design meetup on December 12th, and we are going to talk all about it. If you don't want to come to the meetup or you can't make it because it's last notice, I totally get it. We are looking for a block that has squares that are 2, 4, or 6 inch and curves that are 3, 6, and 9 inch. So any compilation of that you see for fitting into a block of the month, that will be awesome. So if you want to just send in your design for a block, that would be great. We're hoping to receive design ideas by January 1st, which I know is a tight turnaround, but that's my hope. That is a soft deadline, not a hard deadline. So if you need more time, just reach out and say, I've got some ideas and I'm thinking about it. Hold me a spot and I will hold you a spot for it. And no worries. But I'm hoping January 1st. But if you need more time, that's not a problem either. Usually we send in our submissions to Portland MQG submissions at Gmail, or you can send it into the regular email. All of that works, or send a message. That works too. All right, the block of the month, circle gets a square. The hashtag is PMQGBOM 2022. This was designed and inspired by the modern HST BOM offered for free from Stephanie Jacobson and Zena Clark last year and the year before. A lot of quilt guilds did this one. Theirs was based on HSTs, half square triangles, which are amazing. You can spin a half square triangle a million ways and it's still interesting. I saw a lot of modern quilt guilds do their block of the month, mostly East Coast ones, and I was just fascinated with how awesome theirs came out. I mean, check out their block of the month, check out their hashtag for inspiration. And the other inspiration for this one was the BOM 2020 by the Silicon Valley MQG. Go to their block of the month gallery. I have a link right here. I'm not sure if you can click on it, but go and see what they did. And what they did was pick a pattern that was published by the MQG, the fairy folk pattern, and then challenged their members to make all the blocks in that pattern and then create their own unique layout. So not using the layout that was given. And they came up with some really, really cool stuff. So if you have a chance, go see that one. And this picture that I have here, that is just a mock-up. I am playing with all the different ways we can put together the block of the month at the end. We're going to have more meetups if you want to talk about putting yours together at the end so we can all do help each other out. I'm very excited about that. All right, we can do a minimalist or a maximalist layout. And a maximalist layout is every block is filled with something, or a minimalist layout where some of these blocks are just open fabric, 18 by 18-inch blocks. And that is great too. That fits into the modern aesthetic. We are doing a suggested 5 yards total of assorted colors and prints. I prefer scrap busting just by picking a color palette and then grabbing enough scraps that total 5 yards, putting those in a basket, and as I go along making these blocks, pulling from that basket so that everything fits in the same color design, and at the end I get to have the fun of putting them all together on a design wall or somewhere where I can just lay them all out and then figure out my final design layout at the end. Fabric recommendations. So if you like fat quarters, which some people do, we are suggesting 12 to 16 fat quarters and 2.5 yards of a background fabric. Again, I suggest just picking 5 colors in a color palette, 5 yards total. Go scrappy with 2.5 yards of background, and then pick a bunch of different colors of scraps to bust, and then put them all in a basket. That way you have them to pull throughout the 9 months. So that's about all I wanted to share with you today. Some fabric recs, just a sneak preview. I'm going to be talking more about the block of the month design options and opportunities this Sunday on a Zoom from 6 to 7. Also, we'll be doing shout outs on social media, and then we'll be talking about it some more probably at the next guild meeting. If you're interested, show up to the meeting or just send me a message. And if you're just excited about doing the block of the month, I appreciate that too. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.